Every year on December 31st, millions of people all around the world sit down and write their New Year's resolutions. Surveys say that half of adults do this. But here's the shocking truth. Within just 2 weeks, most of them quit. In fact, January 17th is often called Ditch New Year's Resolution Day. Crazy, right? That's when most people quit and slide back into their old routines. And by the end of the year, only about 9 to 12% of people stick to the resolutions. That means only 1 out of 10 succeed. So, why does this happen? Because motivation, my friends, doesn't last. See, motivation is like a sugar rush, alright? Powerful at first, but it crashes too quickly. But let me ask you this. When do we usually feel motivated? Some of you got it right. It's usually when a problem shows up. You hit rock bottom in your health, in your finances, or in your studies, and suddenly you feel that fire which was never there before. But look at today's generation. What do most people do when a problem arises? They don't sit with it, they don't work on it. Instead, they run to social media, influencers, and endless entertainment. They drown the problem with noise rather than facing it head on. There's a quote by Blaise Pascal that says, "All of humanity's problems stem from our inability to sit quietly in a room alone." And I think he's right. Most of us don't even give ourselves even 30 minutes to sit with our own thoughts, to reflect, and to think about the problem deeply. We distract ourselves, and in that distraction, we lose clarity. Recently, I had one of those moments. I couldn't sleep one night. My mind was racing. I was overthinking everything I was doing, and I felt guilty. Guilty for not using my time well. It was between 1 and 3 a.m. in this very room. Just me, my thoughts, and the silence of the night. Now, I don't just believe things blindly. I like to test them. So I decided to test Pascal's idea. I sat in my room quietly, but not empty-handed, had a pen and a diary, and I started writing.
500 years later.
I wrote down every thought running through my head, the guilt, the confusion, and everything. And slowly, the noise in my head started clearing. I'm not making this up, it really did. It was more like a confession I made, but on a piece of paper instead of a real person. And by the end, I had written down 2 major goals for this year. Just 2, not more, not less. You can see it over here. And these 2 did not come from hype, motivation. They came from clarity. So here's the truth. Being motivated doesn't work out because it's shallow. It's just an emotional spark, and that's it. What really works is reflection, clarity in the mind, and identity. How you identify yourself. So instead of chasing motivation like chasing a girl out of your league, sit down quietly with yourself. Think, write, face your problems. Because the real truth of life, which I realized at the age of 18, is the answers you need the most don't come from noise. They come from silence. Motivation gets you started, but clarity is what keeps you going. Subscribe for more, please.